So there is a strange thing that happens the more you read, the more you learn, and the more conversations you have with people who are genuinely smart. You don't feel smarter. Rather, sometimes you feel smaller. Not in a bad way, but in a sobering way. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. And if that sentence resonates with you, congratulations, you are probably learning properly with humility. Today, I want to talk about why real learning produces humility, how psychology explains this through something called the Dunning-Kruger Effect, and how many of the books I've read quietly point to the same truth. Confidence without depth is dangerous, and humility is a sign of wisdom. The Dunning-Kruger Effect. Psychologists describe something called the Dunning-Kruger Effect. In simple terms, people who know very little tend to be overconfident. People who know a lot tend to underestimate themselves. At the beginning of learning, confidence shoots up. You read one book, you watch 3 videos, suddenly we feel like experts. But then something interesting happens. As you go deeper and deeper, you start to see, oh my God, the complexity, the nuance, the contradictions, the things you did not even know existed. And then, if you are truly open to yourself and genuine and truthful to yourself, that confidence drops, but in a good way. Not because you are worse, but because your map of reality just expanded. This is why wisdom often sounds quieter than ignorance. Ego, humility, and real growth. This idea shows up powerfully in the book, Ego is the Enemy. Ego tells us, I already know enough. I figured it out. I don't need feedback. But growth only begins when ego steps aside. Similarly, in the book, Thanks for the Feedback, it teaches us that feedback feels threatening because it exposes what we don't know yet. And instead of seeing that as an insult, the mature learner sees it as an invitation. The moment you stop learning, that is the moment you start declining. Quietly. Habits, compounding, and small knowledge. In the book, Atomic Habits, we are reminded that progress is rarely dramatic. Tiny improvements, small corrections, daily learning. That is progress. The problem is this: small knowledge feels insignificant until it compounds. Most times, we quit learning because we want certainty, not curiosity. But curiosity is what keeps us open. Certainty shuts us down. Human nature and false certainty. The laws of human nature reminds us that humans crave certainty because it feels safe. We want clear villains, clear answers, clear rules. But the real world is messy. Likewise, in the book, The Chimp Paradox, it explains how our emotional brain wants quick conclusions, while our rational brain knows things are more complex. Learning teaches me patience, and wisdom, which is applied knowledge, teaches me restraint. That is why people who truly understand often say, it depends. It depends. Money, life, and humility. In the book, The Psychology of Money, one of the strongest lessons is this: the world is shaped more by luck, timing, and uncertainty than we like to admit. The more you study money, success, and life, the more you realize outcomes don't always equal intelligence. Failure is not always incompetence, and confidence is often hindsight pretending to be foresight. This humility changed how I judge others and how harshly I judge myself too. Relationships, power, and learning from everyone. Books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, and also Give and Take, they quietly teach the same lessons. You can learn from anyone at all. Upwards, sideways, and downwards. The moment you think you are above learning from anyone, you stop growing. Everyone is there to teach us something. Both those who think are good, both those who think are not good. Everyone is there to teach us something. We are there to extract something. Even if they are not behaving well, we extract something from that poor behavior. The wisest people I know ask better questions than they answer. Curiosity. And in conclusion, set a better goal. So maybe the goal is not to become the loudest voice in the room. Maybe the goal is to become more curious, more reflective, more open, more aware of what you don't know yet. Because the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. And strangely, that's how I know I am on the right path of learning. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. This is the Quiet Learner platform where we learn quietly and inspire loudly. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and see you in my next video. Bye.